The cord, hastily slashed, lay like a broken stem. Cord is, you can say, it is the umbilical cord or the placenta with which the baby is connected with the mother. So it was very quickly cut and it was lying there, just like as we cut a stem and throw it away. So it was lying there like a broken stem. The skin was of a lovely texture, smooth and tender. The baby skin, of course, it was a newborn baby, so the skin was very soft and very smooth. The head lolled on the thin neck. The limbs seemed boneless. The head lolled. Lolled means the head hung out on the thin neck since the baby was lifeless. So the head was hanging on the thin neck and the limbs they seemed boneless. It means there was no life in the body. Now the next page. Still kneeling, Andrew stared at the child with a haggard frown. Still kneeling. Kneeling means still he was under, he was bending down and he looked at the child with a haggard. Haggard means with a very worried or a very tired anger. Frown is anger and fear, you can say. The whiteness meant only one thing. Since the skin of the baby was white and it indicates that the baby was suffering from asphyxia pallida. Asphyxia is it's a state of being unable to breathe, and pallida is suffocation or condition unconscious condition caused by the lack of oxygen and excess of carbon dioxide in the blood, accompanied by paleness of the skin, weak pulse, and loss of reflexes. So it was all because of the lack of oxygen. The baby was in a state of unconsciousness, and his mind unnaturally tense raced back to a case he once had seen in the Samaritan to the treatment that had been used. And since the doctor was in a very nervous state and his mind was just running, and he suddenly remember a case when he had seen the same case in Samaritan. It's a place where he had seen the same case where the baby was born like that, suffering from asphyxia pallida, and he remembered the treatment that was given to the baby. Instantly, he was on his feet. Quickly, he was ready to do. Instantly on his feet means he was ready to do the same process. Get me hot water and cold water, he threw out to the nurse, and basins too. Quick, quick. So he very quickly asked the nurse to bring him hot and cold water very quickly. But doctor, she faltered, her eyes on the pallid body of the child. The nurse hesitatingly tried to say something to the doctor with her eyes on the pale body of the child. Quick, he shouted. But the doctor shouted, quickly, bring me the basins. Snatching a blanket, he laid the child upon it and began the special method of respiration. So quickly, he take a blanket, he put the baby on the child, and he started giving the special method of respiration, that was giving oxygen through artificial breathing. The basins arrived. The ewer, the big iron kettle, frantically he splashed cold water into one basin, into the other he mixed water as hot as his hand could bear. So the nurse, she brought the basins, the ewer is jug, and the big iron kettle in which there was the hot water. Frantically means madly. Madly, he poured down cold water into one basin, and into the other he mixed hot and cold water, and he made a temperature of the water which his hand could bear. Then, like some crazy juggler, he hurried the child between the two, now plunging it into the, I say now, into the steaming bath. Then, like a mad juggler is, you must have seen in the circus, etc., a person playing with 2 3 balls, throwing them up and catching with one hand and throwing with the other. So just like that, he quickly put the child between the two basins. Once he was dipping the baby into the cold water and then putting the baby into the hot water. 15 minutes passed. Sweat was now running into Andrew's eyes, blinding him. So this process was continued for near about 15 minutes, and he was totally tired and sweating, running down into his eyes, and he was not able to see anything. One of his sleeves hung down, dripping. One of his sleeve was also lowering down, and it had become wet by dipping into the water. His breath came pantingly. Pantingly means gasping for breath, havna. But no breath came from the lax body of the child. So he was himself gasping for breath, but at the same time, there was no breath in the limp body of the child. He was the same, he was lifeless. A desperate sense of defeat pressed on him, a raging hopelessness. Desperate means hopeless. So he was very impatient, he was hopeless, and he felt that he has been defeated. And he felt the midwife watching him in stark consternation while there, pressed back against the wall where she had all the time remained, her hand pressed to her throat, uttering no sound, her eyes burning upon him, was the old woman. The midwife was also there. She was watching at him with extreme surprised and anger, you can say consternation, while there one more lady was there. She was standing there near the wall, just touching the ball. And for the whole, when the whole process was going, the lady was standing there, just pressing her thought and uttering no sound. And her eyes were continuously looking at the doctor. And that was the old woman, Mrs. Morgan's mother. He remembered her longing for a grandchild, as great as had been her daughter's longing for this child. The doctor remembered her desire for her grandchild, and it was as big as the the lady's daughter, that was Susan Morgan. As the mother longed for the child, in the same way, the grandmother also longed for her grandchild. All dashed away, all was failed, futile, it was all useless, beyond remedy, it can't be cured. Means he was not able to save the child. The floor was now a draggled mess. It was wet everywhere. Stumbling over a sopping towel, Andrew almost dropped the child, which was now wet and slippery in his hands like a strange white fish. Stumbling means, you can say, tripping. So he was tripping, or you can say ठोकर खाना. He just stumbled over a sopping. Sopping is a wet. All the things were wet there because he used that process of dipping into hot and cold water. So it was all wet there. Water was there on the floor and everything was wet. So he just stumbled over a wet towel, and he almost dropped the child, which was now very slippery in his hands. It was just like a white fish. For mercy's sake, doctor, whimpered the midwife. It's stillborn. And whimpered means speak in a low voice. The midwife who was assisting the doctor, she again tried to tell him that the baby was dead. And he did not heed her. Did not heed her means he did not pay any attention to the midwife. Beaten, despairing, having labored in vain for half an hour, he still persisted in one last effort, rubbing the child with a rough towel, crushing and releasing the little chest with both his hands, trying to get breath into that limp body. So, despairing, having labored in vain. So, all his efforts, they were futile, they were useless. So, which he had done for continuously for the last half an hour, but he still uh, decided for one last effort, and that was he rubbed the child with a rough towel, crushing means putting, or you can say putting pressure on the baby's chest, and then releasing it, then means freeing it to rise again. He just pressed the baby's chest and then release it with both his hands, and he tried to give breath into that limp, into that lifeless body.